Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel, Curiosity Box. And this is a tag I saw on Catherine Ward's art channel, and I put a link in the description box, and it's the starving artist tag. So the questions are: number 1, what's your favourite experience as an artist? Or I guess I'm not sure, I just love apart from making the art and then putting it up and getting the praise, which I love, I like taking in art. Like when I first went to Tate Modern, I went into the Mark Rothko room. It's just like it pulled breath out of me. And when I went to the Matisse Picasso exhibition at Tate Modern, there was one particular Matisse painting and I was crying. It was so powerful, and I love art documentaries, and I love collecting art books, massive ones, the biggest I can get. So my favourite experience, I guess, is exploring art as a whole and taking in more and more things and just exploring and being curious about everything, and then pouring my own work onto the page, and then when I'm pleased with it, and then putting it up and seeing other people liking my art. That's my favourite. What's your least favourite experience as an artist? My least favourite is when you get insecure and about like other artists' work, and you think, oh, they're so much better than me. And also when I've got better at this, but when I used to have like really bad tantrums when I couldn't draw something, and I'd get really upset and just rip it up and then have a complete meltdown. But I've learned a lot about how to cope with that, and my main technique for coping is have a Koh-i-Noor hard mouth putty erase, have one of those, because then I can make mistakes, erase them and try again. So I've learned to try again. One of my least favourite experiences was when I was actually studying art at college, and there was a teacher that I was totally in love with, and he left, and then I was told that by the new teacher, who was horrible, that my art was rubbish, and I dropped out. And that was mainly because if you didn't know, if you're watching this from another channel who doesn't usually watch me, I'm autistic, and I tried studying art through conventional ways of going to do it at art college, well, do it as a A-level, and I couldn't cope with everything surrounding doing the art, so I didn't enjoy it. And I've learned that I do a lot better by just teaching myself and just being self-taught and just generally being curious about everything. Number 3, what are your dreams, goals for your art? I want to make money off my art. I want to be appreciated by like famous people, and it'd be cool to get critiqued by either Alistair Sooke or James Fox. They're the art critics that I like. So just to get analysed as an artist. But I also would like to sell art. It'd be cool to sell at Tate Modern gift shop, the V&A, which will be the V&M, because she should have married Lord Melbourne. That'd be cool to be just like art museum gift shops with my art on sale. That would be cool. And to get something in the National Portrait Gallery, or like have the National Portrait Gallery appreciate me, and to win the Turner Prize. That would be good too. What's your favourite medium and why? Now, for my comic, I do a webcomic on my blog autisticinnerspace.wordpress.com, which is where you can see my art. For my webcomic, I use a mechanical pencil and the Pilot drawing pen, these in the different nib types. So that's, and my Kohinoor erasers, which are only about like 90p, might even be less than that, but they look like this, and I love them because they're perfect. And I always have a load of backups because I tend to lose them. So that's what I do for my comic. So, and then for my pieces where it's pens, I use pro markers, the Copic Chows for this skin colour. Well, I do a pro marker skin colour, and then I'll do some like lips and the inner corners of the eyes with a couple of Copic Chow skin tones. Then I like the Staedtler fine liners for hair, and I like the Faber-Castell Pitt artist pens too. So they're the ones, and again I start off by felt it, so my marker pictures with the mechanical pencil and these fine liners. I do those on my Lepset blueproof paper, which is fantastic. But something I've recently discovered it works really well is if you get this Hahnemuhle pastel fix paper with my Faber-Castell polychromos, it works really well. So that's my new favourite material. I also like watercolours, and I do some acrylic painting. It depends how I feel at the time. If I feel like I want to get detail and concentrate, I'll do pens and pencils. But if I feel like I want to be loose, then I'll do paintings. And sometimes I combine all the materials in different ways. So number 5, what inspired you to do art and why do you love it? I've always done art since I was little. I have another video which is about my 1980s British childhood, is what the video is called, and that you can see some of my childhood art. So I've always drawn, I've always been interested in drawing more than writing, and when I was younger I used to like copy characters from the Beano and stuff, but I've always drawn and I've always wanted to do art. Number 6, what's the favourite piece you've ever made and why is it special? So now, to answer this question, I'm going to insert a little gallery of pieces that I'm particularly proud of. They're special because I'm proud of them. I just like, it's like something's come out like the way you want it, or you've surprised yourself, or you've just really enjoyed the materials and the materials have really worked well for you. So this is a gallery of the pieces I am most proud of. So I shall insert the gallery here. Number 7. Who or what are your biggest art influences? Surrealist. I've always liked being into surrealism and surrealist art. I've just always had a visual system that just connects things up randomly, and I just like it. Surrealist art and anything that's fantastical, and a big part of it is that I like magic realism stories too. So magic realism in fiction and Doctor Who influences my art. Just possibilities, not restricting yourself to just doing say, oh, here's a landscape, I'm going to reproduce it exactly. Like, here's a landscape, let's put like a giant dinosaur in it. Or like, here's a landscape, let's draw it on the inside of a planet with a dinosaur around the top. Like, it's about, my influences are about just playing and just fantasy and fantastical things, and not being restricted to what is physically possible. It's just imagination, which is why I like Noel Fielding, because he's just unrestricted fantasy, imagination for everything. He's wonderful, and he doesn't care that what anybody else thinks, and he wears all the fancy dress and everything, and I love him, and I saw him live and it was really fun. So yeah, just fantasy and surrealism, and pop art's quite good too, but mainly surrealism. What did you learn from being a full-time artist? Well, what I'm learning is to try and draw every day, be open to new materials and trying different styles, and stay connected. I think that's a really important thing. Stay connected with the rest of the art world and all the other creators. Don't create in isolation. Stay connected to everything, basically. What do your family and friends think about you being an artist? Yeah, they really like it, and they're really supportive. And yeah, that's just me. I'm an artist. It just comes with the whole package. Was becoming an artist your childhood dream? If not, what is? Yes, pretty much. I've always done art and wanted to do art. So yeah, it pretty much, it's just always been part of my life. It's just because my brain works in pictures, reproducing and creating pictures is just normal. So yeah. What advice can you give to people who want to be more artistic or creative? Get something that makes a mark. Get something you can make a mark on and just draw. Don't worry, because I see a lot of comments, and because a lot of people seem to do like manga style art, and they use Copics, and you'll see artists with whole loads of Copic markers, and then you'll see the people in the comment section. I want to be an artist. Which Copic should I get? And it's like, I've got 5 Copics. What other one should I get? Stop! And I just want to scream and say, stop buying Copics. You don't need it. You just need something that makes a mark, and something you can make a mark on. If the materials aren't more important than just going for it and mark making. So don't think you can't do art until you've bought about 50 Copic markers. Just start, and what you take in as an artist and creative person is just as important as what you produce. So watch documentaries, just read books, be curious, connect to other artists, make connections. That's what's just as important as what you create. And it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to erase things. It's okay to start again. It's okay to, because even the smallest scribble can still have artistic value. So don't think that it has to be perfect to have artistic value. It doesn't. So what's the next question? Were you supported to pursue art as a child? Yeah, pretty much. Just did art, nobody objected. I just created my pictures, did my art. So yeah, I guess. Do you make money off your art? I did make a little bit of money like a year or so ago. I don't make enough to be to live on, no, but I do want to. I am basically wondering what sort of thing people would want to buy. Like which of my pictures, what kind of thing would people want to buy? Because that's the trouble, is it's all right, loads of people liking your art, and I really appreciate that, but it's translating that into actually finding people who would actually pay out money for your art. And so I do, it's just, I keep, because I've seen that there's print on demand services like Society6 and Redbubble, but they are based in America, and I'm wondering how, if I was on a print on demand site based in the UK, would the money be more reasonable? Or I could get commissions, but it's just really hard. I don't have a business brain, I just have creative side really, so I'm not sure how to. What I wish was there was a print on demand thing, or a place that sold art by autistic people, because then if you're not autistic and you're an artist, then you've got some sort of business brain and you have a schedule, and I just rubbish at that. I just like creating the art, and I'm not very good at figuring out the money side of things, so I do want to make money off my art, to make enough on a regular basis. What do you want to improve on, aspire to be with your future art? I just want to, it'd be cool if I could get a regular, well, one of my dreams is sort of like get a regular job with like Doctor Who magazine. Just have people see my art and also earn a wage, earn some money, do commissions, and then that guy whose name I forgot on the news, who talks about the art, like have one of these art critics off the telly talk about my art. That would be cool. What I want to improve on, I guess just having the patience to do like more. I don't know. I just try and improve on everything I draw all the time. So I guess cats maybe. because I still find cats difficult, because I tend to exaggerate their nose and snout. Dogs are better, so I guess I want to get better at drawing cats and just get better at having the patience to sit down and concentrate on working on the stuff that I find more difficult, like learning how to draw a straight line. I still find drawing straight lines difficult too. Yeah. What feelings do you try to express in your art? It's hard to say because I just feel it as I'm drawing. So I just get all like emotional inside, and that's what happens when I do my art. I don't know what feelings. I don't consciously try and express a feeling. It's just I want to draw that, and then if I'm drawing like say I'm drawing Lord Melbourne from Victoria, I just feel the emotions as I'm doing it. I don't start off and say, this is what I want to express. I'll just draw what I want to draw and draw it's like what I'm feeling. It's not like a specific, right, this is what I want to express. What can I put in the picture to express that? It's just whatever I'm doing is pours out anyway. And what the person that because I like to draw portraits a lot, what the person in my picture is what I feel on the inside. So I don't really consciously try to express a particular feeling. I just like draw. What's your favourite thing to paint and why? Well, I don't just do painting, but my favourite thing is faces. I really like drawing faces, and I guess I really like the emotions inside the faces. I think I'm pretty good at that. So yeah, I like drawing faces. What's the strangest thing you've painted? Oh, I'm not really sure. It depends what you call strange, because I wouldn't. It's really hard to understand that question. What's the strangest thing? Because there isn't anything that can be strangest, because you can. Because in my head it's fantastical, and I could do anything goes because it's art. But I will try and find some strange things and put them in a little Stranger Things style gallery here. No, number 18. Have you ever been hung up after you started a commission, and how did you handle it? Now, I'm not quite sure what this question means, because I'm not quite sure what how the question is written means, but I assume you start a commission, then somebody cancels it or something. No, that hasn't happened to me. But I don't know, because if it did, then I was happy with the work that I'd done, I'd just put it up on my blog anyway. Number 19. Do you admit that paint smells good? Now, I wouldn't say good exactly. It is distinctive, and I did enjoy when I went to the Matisse Picasso exhibition. Those paintings smell pretty good. But I wouldn't say on a day-to-day basis that paint smells good. But I understand that the smell of art materials can be evocative. But I wouldn't say I'd sniff a tube of paint all day long. So it's distinctive. And the final question is number 20. What would you tell your younger self? I would tell my younger self to get the Kohinoor putty erasers, to just stay curious, not give up, and just keep drawing, and don't give up on yourself. And start a blog earlier, and probably join YouTube when it first started. So like join YouTube on the first day that YouTube was invented, because it would have given me a bit of a head start at building a profile. So that is my answers to the starving artist tag. I hope you've enjoyed it. So thank you for watching.